Cubans are the top boxers. They consistently win gold medals, but in practice room, they're playful. Nobody gets hurt. You ever see Cubans sparring? They're like 50 guys in a room. They're just touch sparring. There's no headgear. They have a more playful attitude.
Well, to begin, I don't know how you made it here, but it's for a reason. And the root of today's boxing drills was to work on my balance and then work everything else around balance. But ultimately, it was to have fun. So today, I decided to enjoy myself. As you can see, I'm doing some spinach. I was dancing, listening to music, just really enjoying myself, not really thinking so much about getting knocked out, worrying about defense. But also one of my big focuses was, since it was on balance, I need to strengthen my legs and mainly my knees. Now, my knees, I will say, for boxing, your posture is a little bit weird. So over time, your legs do get tired, the weird tension on them, the stress it creates. So we're just going to work on building up the leg muscles. As you can see, I have a 8-pound ball, I believe. I'm using it for a little bit core. Also, in a previous video, I told you all I was working on my uppercuts. So you will see me throwing some uppercuts, trying to figure out where I could slip them in at. But with our reference in the beginning of the video, I was actually very pleased to see that. It did seem like an older interview, so maybe 2 years plus. But I'm a firm believer that learning how to fight really doesn't have to be all brute force. But the martial artist who deeply understands this game understands that at root it's all about hit and don't get hit. The goal isn't to go in there and take a beating. And I feel like when you really burn all of these things into your subconscious, that what you're left with is a smart fighter when he's tired, especially off of good fundamentals. Because I promise you, we're all going to get gassed at some point. You're all going to be tired. But what do you do when you get tired? Do you cut corners? Do you start doing things you don't typically do? Because there's one thing to practice when you're like fully 100% and like you're doing everything perfect. Your mind is clear. But it's another thing when you're really stuck in the middle of chaos. What does your body resort to as natural habit? So that is the goal. I told you all I'm working on long term. I want all of these things to be built into the vessel as a way of natural movement. Now, mind you, I said I'm going to keep quoting Bruce Lee. He had a quote where he said specifically, the punch hits all by itself. Essentially, when you work it in so good, these do become natural reactions. You do have to train your reflexes. He literally said that part too. And see, that quote leads me to the John Jones video, where people were hyping him up for how well he knew the art of fighting. And realistically, to me, that seems like it's the art of understanding the human body and knowing yourself. You understand how a body with 2 legs and 2 arms naturally moves, and then you learn to manipulate that. But all these, is just like Bruce Lee said again, ultimately, all knowledge is self-knowledge. When you learn the knowledge of self, you learn to view life from your perspective, from your lens. And then when you apply that to other things, you'll grasp the concept faster than most people because you actually understand yourself. So remember, keep an open perspective, always be willing to take in new information, and continue to work hard. But that is it for this video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.